Big names and big celebrations throughout Greater West Bloomfield. Oakland County Executive Dave Coulter recently announced this year's Oakland Together 40 Under 40, a diverse and passionate group of individuals making a positive change throughout Oakland County. We actually have one of the nominees joining us right now on the Splash Live to talk about his nomination. We have Nate Fink of Fink Bressack. Thank you for being here, Nate.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'm so sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. Is it Fink Bressack? Did I say that right? I want to make sure I say that right.
That's right. No,
Okay,
you got it right.
Look at me,
Yeah,
landing in the first try. All right, well, let me just start off by saying congratulations on your nomination. Big congratulations there. How did you find out about being named Oakland County's 40 Under 40?
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here. I appreciate you having me on.
Mm-hmm.
I found out about it. I got a note from the county executive's assistant, and then was told they were going to be broadcasting the announcement on Facebook the next day.
Yeah. And
was very excited to hear about it. It's a great honor.
Yes, it is. I would imagine, man. I'm so happy for you. I feel like we're family, and I feel like I feel like I'm celebrating with you, man. This is just one of those things that I know a lot of people have on their bucket list to achieve. Now, what do you believe personally contributed most to this recognition at this point in your career?
Yeah, well, I appreciate that, and it really is a great honor.
Yeah.
I appreciate the county executive and the committee providing me this award. You know, my roots are deep in Oakland County, particularly West Bloomfield. I was born and raised in West Bloomfield. I went to Andover High School, or formerly known as Andover High School. I now have 4 kids who live in West Bloomfield with me and my wife, and go to Bloomfield schools in West Bloomfield, and we still live here. And I've cared a lot about the community since I was a kid. I've gone on to become an attorney and have been very passionate about advocating on behalf of people who are perhaps in need and unable to get the legal representation that they might otherwise get. Good. We do a lot of different types of work, including class action work. We do municipal work. I've currently the representation just concluded, but we represented the new Michigan Independent Citizens Redistricting Commission.
Okay.
And did a lot of work related to protecting and defending their work. And I just care a lot about the community, and I think that the committee and the county executive saw that.
Nice, man. So I would imagine that you saw some of the other nominees as well as I did. Now, when you look at that list of other people in our Oakland County community who were nominated, how does it feel to be honored alongside such a dynamic and diverse group of leaders across the county?
Yeah, it's humbling. I mean, it's just an outstanding group. I think we're going to have an opportunity to get together, I believe, next month. And it'll be great to meet these folks. I know a couple of them, but most of them I've never met. But just seeing this list, it's just incredible. And we're so lucky to live in this community with so many wonderful, just outstanding leaders. Across, as you had indicated, just a diverse group, just a wide spectrum, different ethnic backgrounds, racial backgrounds, but also just different professional pursuits. It's really just, like I said, it's humbling to be just included within that group.
And with me right here live on the Splash, by the way, Oakland County 40 Under 40 nominee Nate Fink from Fink Bressack, just talking about his nomination and his experiences and growing up right here in our Greater West Bloomfield area. Now, I just want to ask you, different people were nominated for different reasons. There are different experiences and things like that. But what values or experiences have shaped your leadership style and approach to community engagement?
Sure. So, like I said, I grew up in West Bloomfield, and I come from a sort of political family. My father, David, had actually ran for Congress quite a few years ago now, 2002, in our community, and I've had very deep interest in politics and community since I was very young. Going to political events, fundraisers, and the like. Doing knocking doors. I was a campaign manager for now Oakland County Clerk Lisa Brown, but when she ran for state rep back in 2006,
Okay.
and have been, very engaged in politics. I was involved in, class president back at Andover High School. Now 20 years ago, we just had our 20-year reunion. I was
Congratulations.
also involved in college. I went to University of Michigan for undergrad, and have just, learned through all of that experience how important it is to try to always stay engaged with your community and give back as much as you possibly can.
Yeah, yeah. And with that being said, I wanna kind of dive into that a little bit more. I want to speak on the fact that we do a lot of celebrating and highlighting local athletes, went to West Bloomfield High School, go on to the next level, and go on to the professional level, being drafted. We just talked about a few of them then. But I also want to consider yourself another hometown hero, someone born in, or not necessarily born, but raised right here in West Bloomfield, and give back and now being recognized. So I want to consider you a hometown hero. And with that being said, a lot of the work that you've done, what are some initiatives or products that you're most proud of being part of?
I appreciate that. I don't. As you noted, we've had some wonderful athletes that have come out of the community. I'm certainly not one of them, but I think I'm most proud of the fact that you indicated I wasn't born. I was here. I was born in Royal Oak at Beaumont, and then but literally moved to West Bloomfield probably when I was 3 or 4 days old, and have lived here. Except for when I went to Michigan for undergrad in Ann Arbor, I've lived here my whole life, so it's just been a wonderful place to live. And in terms of the things that I'm most proud of, I think it's that I'm still here in this community. We have our family that, like I said, my wife and 4 children. We live in West Bloomfield, and we love the community. And I think I'm most proud that we've have been able to establish these deep roots for all of our for my family to continue to hopefully prosper here. In terms of some of the sort of professional success, as I indicated, I represent the Redistricting Commission, which is very proud to do that. We also represented the city of Detroit in a lot of election-related litigation, primarily that came out of the 2020 election, where there were some forces that were challenging the legitimacy of the election, and we very proudly represented the city of Detroit to fight off a lot of those challenges. And I think we're probably perhaps some of the most successful in that litigation. I was just very proud to be a part of that.
Good work, man. Hey, I'm like I said before, man. I'm so proud of you myself to just be recognized. This as someone who aspires to get this type of recognition myself. And others, I'm very, very excited for that. And with that being said, just landing your plane here, what advice would you offer to other young professionals like myself and others in the community looking to make a meaningful impact in their communities?
Well, I appreciate that. I appreciate the kind words. I think you should just always stay community focused and think about what you can do. Reflect on what your own skills, your talents are, and think about how you can continue to give back and serve your community, investing in yourself, but also investing in the community, and always keeping a broader, bigger picture perspective on life.
Love that. Well said. Thank you so much again, sir. And with us right here live again, we want to thank you for being with us. Oakland County 40 under 40 nominee, Nate Fink from Fink Bressack. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much for having me. I really appreciate it.